right, and welcome to this week's episode of Play by Play. I'm your host, Andy Horton, alongside my co-host, Jared Bergstrom. This is episode number 191, and well, it's been a few weeks. We've both been out for different reasons. Last week, mine was a AC/DC concert that got thrown on me last second, and hey, you got to go and see a group of the GOATs before they call it quits. So, I don't even remember why you weren't here the week before.
Concert.
Oh, another concert. There you go. I think mine was better though. Who are you seeing?
John Party.
That one's not bad though. John Party.
But the Reds did win that game that I went to though.
Hey, tell you what, between the
With
two of us,
5 home runs.
Between the two of us, the Reds win most of the games we go to. We just gotta find some rich guy to buy us season tickets.
Yeah, because
or rich gal. Hey, I'm not prejudiced. Freaking whoever wants to buy me season tickets so we can win more games. It is what it is. Anyways, there's a lot of stuff we got to cover. One of them, the news broke right after we walked out of here, 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
Jaylen Brown traded to the Philadelphia 76ers. I'll let you go first.
You were the one who was very...
Well, no,
pissed
really?
off and-
Really? My favorite team trades our second best player for peanuts, and you wouldn't think I would be enraged? So yeah, you go and then I'll go.
If you're going to trade your second best player and who kept them in, they were in battle for the 1 or 2 seed most of the season with him leading the way?
Yep.
And you get Paul George and what?
Two first,
2 seconds. And I don't think their first round pick is until 2030.
Which I don't necessarily have a problem with that. Because, I don't want a Sixers pick from this next year. Unless they have 4 or 5 major injuries, they're going to have a great record. So, What does a Sixers pick from this year do for you? Nothing. So, yeah, that's not the thing that upset me. It's just the fact that I had a guy, I think he was 5th in MVP voting last year. And you got 2 first-round picks and a old star. It's just not enough. That's my biggest issue. It just wasn't enough, especially when you kind of come off the heels. Because one of the rumors was that the reason why the Celtics weren't able to land Giannis was because we wouldn't give up Hugo Gonzalez. And I like Hugo Gonzalez. He's a fun young player. But, in order for him to he has to be better than Manu Ginobili in order for that trade, for Jaylen Brown, him, and picks to not be worth Giannis. He has to be better than Manu Ginobili. Mm-hmm. And I think he was a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Manu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, they got awfully high expectations coming for Hugo Gonzalez. And I think it's possible that he could be that good. Asking a rookie to be better than Manu, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I think he's got the potential. He can possibly be that good. It's just when you have a chance to land Giannis.
You got to go for
it. And instead you get Paul George and draft picks. It's just not good enough. And also something else, if we would have gotten 3 picks out of it versus just 2 first, I wouldn't have been nearly as upset. But or say we get VJ Edgecombe back instead of PG. Wouldn't be nearly as upset because you got a young guy who's only going to be getting better. Paul George is only going to be getting worse. Mm-hmm. And so, I guess we'll see how things work out. But it's a good thing that we did the show that day before the trade happened. 'Cause I was not in a good mood. I was in a very, very bad mood. At that point, I don't know if I was ever going to watch basketball again. That's how I felt. I was so upset. And basketball is my favorite sport. So
I'm go see if I can
take
any excerpts of our text back and forth and put it up in post.
I don't know if you can. That could probably get me in trouble.
I know one of them will.
So yeah, we're just not going to go there.
And then really, I don't think anything else has happened. Major news?
So real quick, before we move on from that, let's talk about the Sixers side.
Okay.
Oh man, that was a fleecing. Goodness gracious. I mean, the Celtics, for at least since Danny Ainge became our GM, has been known for just fleecing team after team after team in every single trade. Somehow, it's like Danny Ainge just had all the blackmail on everyone in the NBA. Because anytime the Celtics wanted to make a trade, we got the better end of the deal, and it wasn't even close in a lot of times. Yeah, look back to the big blockbuster that moved KG and Paul Pierce to the Knicks. We got 4 first-round picks out of those old men, out of those aging legends, and I'll tell you what, they were not worth it at that point. And I love I love KG and Paul Pierce. I mean, he's called the truth for a reason, and that's how Celtics fans feel about him. He is the truth. But the trade was not worth it at all. And then you look forward a few years, we got Kyrie Irving, and yeah, that didn't work out for us, but we got Kyrie Irving for Isaiah Thomas. And like, I was a big IT fan, but got one of the most skilled players ever for a guy who only had the numbers that he had because his usage rate was insane. I'm not, like I said, a big Isaiah Thomas fan, but it totally, like the Celtics totally.
Nope.
I was gonna say I didn't think so. The Celtics totally just destroyed Cleveland in that trade, and you can say the same thing for a lot of the trades that the Celtics have made. It. I mean, shoot, we got Drew Holiday for relatively little. A first-round pick I know was involved. I can't remember what else. We got Al Horford back from the Sixers. Yeah, we got Al Horford back from the Sixers for relatively little. We got Kristaps from Dallas, and that once again wasn't for a ton. And hey,
you got a
we got a
championship out of
title,
it.
so it doesn't matter what we paid for him. It was worth it. We're talking a 20-year span where the Celtics just were killing people in every single trade they made. Because I didn't even mention the one that got KG to Boston or the one that got Ray Allen to Boston. Also, stole from their respective teams, the Bucks and the
Sonics.
No, the Bucks and the Wolves. We didn't get Ray Allen from the Sonics.
Oh.
Ray Allen started his career on the Sonics, and he was with the Bucks when we traded for him. It went the exact opposite way for once in my lifetime, and I don't like being on the opposite side of that. That being said, the Sixers easily have the most talented team in the league. I haven't looked, but they have to be odds-on favorites.
I was just looking up who they gave up for KG. I think I recognize 2 names on here. Al Jefferson, Ryan Gomes.
Al Jefferson was the big one.
Yeah, Sebastian Telfair, Gerald Green, and Theo Ratliff, and
You need to watch more NBA. I know who all of those guys are.
and 2 future first-round picks.
So maybe that wasn't a fleecing, but we definitely won the trade.
You got a title out of that one too, or 2?
No, just one.
Just 1?
I wish it was 2. But we made it to 2.
Okay. No, you did get Ray Allen from the Sonics.
Huh?
Yeah.
I always look at his thingy backwards.
Ray, the Celtics.
Sonics were still there in 08? I thought they were gone by then.
2007.
Well,
But yeah.
you know what? We won it in 08.
Celtics acquired Ray Allen and Glenn Davis for Wally Zerbiak, Delonte West, and the draft rights of Jeff Green.
Just a complete fleecing. And then we ended up getting Jeff Green back 5 years later or so. For Kendrick Perkins and... I don't remember what the and was. I know that there was a backup big or something that was also involved in that trade. But yeah, we also fleeced when we got when we got Jeff Green. So according to this, the Sixers are, they are 6th in odds for the NBA Finals. That's kind of shocking to me that they're 6th. They even have the Celtics above them. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that one's, hey, that just, okay, we'll talk about the Sixers and then I'll go back to the Celtics, I guess, because.
Okay.
Well, no, I'll just say it. That has to mean that they think Hugo is like a superstar, or at least a star. Because I don't understand how you could say that the Celtics are still 4th in odds to win the title after giving up Jaylen Brown and getting PG in return. So they have to. Whoever's making the odds has to think that
insider trading. Fuckers.
Something. I don't know. They have to think that Hugo is superhuman, or that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So anyways, to get to my point about the Sixers, I definitely think they're the most talented team. Whether they're the best or not, that's a whole different story. But my biggest question about the Sixers now is, how is that going to work? How do you have enough shots for everyone on that team? I mean, because you just kind of think about it on a baseline. You got, let's just say, Maxey, Joel, and Jaylen Brown get 20 shots apiece. Well, that's 60 shots. There's somewhere between 100 and 110, 120 shots taken in an NBA game. So you have half your shots right there between 3 guys.
And that's if they don't get LeBron.
I don't think they're getting LeBron. That would be, if they got LeBron, it's just too many mouths to feed. I think it's too many mouths to feed as it is. Mm-hmm. And then if you try to add him, then let's go through the rest of the exercise. VJ Edgecombe, he scored 32 points in his very first NBA game, took 16 shots a game last year. He's not going into this season saying, oh, I'm going to get less shots. No, he wants more. So give him 16. And then they also signed Anthony Simons. He is a volume shooter off the bench. He's a guy that, and the only reason why you have him is to score. He's not, I mean, he can pass, but, he's a small guard, can't really defend, so he doesn't help you at all. He's a complete negative on that end of the floor. So if you have him, you kind of need him to be putting up shots. And so there's an extra 10 to 12 shots, maybe 15 for him. Then you're looking at 90 shots between 5 guys. You got a maximum of 30 shots for the rest of the team. And that's without, those are just the guys that I'm thinking about off the top of my head. Let's actually take a look at the roster. I don't know. Maybe they do have the shots because they only have 7 real players. I don't know. But even that, do they have a legitimate backup for Joel Embiid? So if he goes down, it's sure, they do have the shots, but they don't have
the person to step up.
Yeah. Philly's ridiculously talented. I just don't know how it's going to work. I would be shocked if they won the title, just because I just don't understand how all that works together. You got so many mouths. Mm-hmm. But they definitely won the trade. They're going to be amazing this year. They're going to be really good. They're going to be a ridiculously fun watch. Mm-hmm. So I will definitely.
And they almost got. They took. Oh no, that was the Cavs. They took to Game 7, and then the Knicks beat them in the finals of the East. So they could definitely step in and be a top 3 team next year.
So yeah, as they have it currently sitting in order, Spurs,
okay,
Thunder, Knicks, Celtics, Heat, Sixers.
So they got them as the 4th best team in the East.
Yeah. And Cavs are right there behind them as well. And then pretty much outside of that, like a lot of the NBA offseason is still on hold because LeBron has not made a decision yet. Although I don't know if we have the post. We might not. Within the last couple days, Patrick Beverley, and we talked about this before the show, before we came on. Patrick Beverley said that today might be the day that LeBron makes his decision, and LeBron absolutely shut him down. Told him to go and shut the "I'll leave it up to your imagination" up.
And yeah, I mean, like you said, it's holding up the rest of the NBA offseason for what teams are going to look to do before. I mean, at this point, it's basically narrowed down to 4 teams, I think, between the Cavs, the Heat, the Warriors, and the 76ers. So just, I mean, that's what everybody thinks is the Final Four. Just make your decision and move on. I did hear watching the Pat McAfee show today, I guess KD has been working out with Paolo this offseason instead of doing anything with the Rockets in any of their voluntary workouts. It's like, well, shit, is he trying to get out of Houston already?
He's moved a lot, so.
He's not going to win a championship with Houston.
Yeah, sadly, they're a lot of fun, but it doesn't seem like they. Oh no, they just seem very unthreatening for having KG and having Alperen Sengun, having Thompson, right?
Yes.
Amon. And then they also have Jabari Smith, right? Like, they got a lot of talent on that team. They just.
Steven Adams, Clint Capella.
That'd be one I'd love. Add either of those guys for the Celtics. That'd be huge. That'd be awesome.
And Van Vliet, he got hurt last year before the playoffs. I remember that.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
They could make some noise, but like you said, when you read down the team's odds, it's a two-horse race out in the West.
Yeah, the Rockets are.
And even, I mean, with the Spurs signing.
Plus 5,000. They're 15th. Right there in the middle.
Tobias Harris.
Oh. I don't know how I missed that. Yeah, that's a nice move.
Well, the only other thing in the NBA that I saw worth mentioning.
I actually really love that because as big of a Keldon Johnson fan as I am, he came up like microscopic in the finals last year. And that gives you another guy that can help you stretch the floor and has, Tobias Harris isn't really known for going off in big games, but I don't really think you need him to go off. You need him, like, if they could have gotten 10 to 12 points a couple of times in the finals from Keldon Johnson, they might have won the series. So, yeah, that's huge. That's awesome. They were also able to maintain to hang on to Julian Champagnie. Like, yeah, that was a few weeks ago, but that's a great a great extension.
Wemby re-signed, I think, too.
Yeah, they signed him to a 25% max instead of the 30% max. He turned away the extra $50 million and
try and get something else to add a piece.
Well, I mean, it worked for Brunson.
Yeah,
and
it could still be working for Brunson. We'll see.
Wemby is. Hey, I've talked a lot about how much I like Jalen Brunson. Wemby is so much better than him. So, hopefully LeBron makes his decision here in the next week, and then maybe next week we can start talking about, we can start grading off seasons and whatnot.
And then on Sunday, the Thunder traded Dort.
Oh, yes, I did see that. Where did he end up going?
Dort went to Atlanta along with Ryan Nembhard from Dallas. Dallas receives Zachariah Rizaker?
No. Zachary Ricochet or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
He's French or whatever.
Okay, then yeah.
He was the number 1 pick in the draft a couple years ago.
Oh. And then Dallas also got a 2027 second-round pick, and then the Thunder receive a 2027 second-round pick, and then 2 second-round picks in 30 and 1 and 32.
And if I am correct, that was pretty much a salary shedding
I think
move.
so, yeah.
So yeah. Sucks that for them that they had to move on from him, but I mean, they were
It sucks they had to go to Atlanta.
incredibly deep. So
Shit.
the fact that they're so deep, like they'll definitely miss him. But
I mean, he's going to be starting in Atlanta probably.
was he not starting?
I thought they moved him in and out.
Okay. I was gonna say I thought he did start a lot.
I mean, who does Atlanta even have anymore? Nikhil Alexander-Walker.
That's the big one. Dyson Daniels, Buddy Hield. It says Luke Kennard. Is he actually there?
Oh, did he move? I thought he was with LA.
He was there at the start of the season.
Oh,
Gabe Vincent, C.J. McCollum, Jock Landale. Wait, what? Oh, they also have Jonathan Kuminga.
huh.
I didn't know
I
that he
haven't
got
heard about
traded there.
him in a while.
I didn't know he got traded there.
And no, Luke Kennard, I guess, signed with the Suns this offseason. But yeah, like you said, hopefully LeBron makes his decision and we can move on and see. Because once LeBron makes his decision, I bet if KD's wanting out of Houston, then I bet that might start falling into place.
Is that like something that you actually heard, or
Not necessarily that he wants out of Houston, but if you're going and working out with other NBA players for 2 weeks at a time, it's something at least to raise a little bit of a red flag. I think that does it for the NBA, though.
in his first game with the Celtics, he had 20 points and 15 rebounds. And then he had a aortic, what's that word?
What is it?
Aneurysm. There you go. There you go. I was like, I know what the word is. Why can't I say it? Frickin'. Yeah, I don't know if you remember that, but Jeff Green, he probably would have been a star. Like an actual star, but he had like a heart issue. Had open heart surgery in January of 2012 and missed the rest of that season. And I think might have missed a good chunk of the next season.
Now that you say that, I do remember that.
And in the I think it was the last game of the Big Three era, he scored 43 points. No. It was a year before that. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was about to say, damn.
He scored 43 points in a playoff loss to the Heat. I lost by 2. That was an amazing game. But so, I guess we're done with that. On to baseball. Well,
Do we have to?
yeah, we do. Because we have a lot of time to fill.
Oh, the Reds are winning.
Oh,
I
hey,
just hit refresh.
that came out of nowhere. Oh, man. I think I picked against this today.
Well, hold on. It ain't over yet. All right. Well, where do we want to start with baseball? Do we want to talk about how let me pull up the standings.
Nope, it doesn't matter because one of my other games lost.
Oh, well, no, we can group for the win.
Oh, no, I forgot I didn't hit confirm.
Oh.
So the bet didn't even go through. Damn it. We had Singer starting it? Yeah, there's no way I picked us. So.
All right, so there we can either start and go through the Reds' first half grades by position and then talk about who we think we might be getting rid of at the deadline.
Yeah.
Or we can talk about how your second favorite team is on a fucking tear, tied for the last wild card spot, and I think only 4 games, maybe 5 games back of the lead in the East.
A 14-game winning streak. I guess we'll talk about the Red Sox first.
15. They won their first game of the doubleheader today.
Wait, that makes it 15?
That makes it 15.
I thought that made it 14.
No, last night was 14.
No, it got postponed.
2 nights ago was 14.
Well, hey, whatever. 14-game streak. Excuse me, 15-game streak. You just corrected me. Yeah, and maybe I'm wrong, but didn't this all start about the time that Wilson Contreras, crap, what happened with him? Something big happened with him right before the break.
He got hit by a pitch and he threw his helmet at...
Yeah, it all started right around that time.
Let me go back and look. Schedule. Oh, I gotta go back to the first half.
So, in this streak, they have swept the Angels, swept the White Sox, swept the Mets, swept the Rays in a 4-gamer, and we'll see what happens in an hour and a half, but have a chance to also sweep the Orioles.
So since Contreras got, or since he threw the helmet at, I forget who it was he threw it at. Cade Cavalli for the Nationals. He was suspended for the next 2 games. They lost both of those, and they have not lost since. So that is the spark under their ass that had to get it going.
They are 16-2, and
since June 30th.
Those 2 games that you said he was suspended for 2 games, they got destroyed in those 2 games. 8-1, 10-2. Since he came back, I mean, they have completely flipped the script. 5-2, 8-1, 5-7, 8-1, 5-0, 2-1 in their lone low-scoring game. 4-0 against the Mets, 3-2, so that's another low-scoring one against the Mets. They beat the Rays 10-0 out of the break. Came back the next night, 5-3. Came back the next night, 7-6, and then 6-1. The first game of the Orioles series was 5-6, and then the game earlier was 6-3.
Since his suspension, he has come back and he's batting .302. He is 22 for 64 with 5 home runs, 15 ribbies, 12 runs scored, an on-base percentage of .378 and a .595 slugging percentage.
How many homers was it?
5.
Hey, man. Something about the Contrerases. They just are the heart of their team. Because I feel like you can say the same thing about William up in Milwaukee. I mean, it's kind of like a mix between him and Christian Yelich for Milwaukee. Like, those two are the heart and soul of the team. But man, they're just always so impactful. Like, and William isn't even having a good season.
Right.
Like, I haven't looked at his numbers in a little while, but the last time we played the Brewers, like, they weren't good.
He is betting. I don't want individual shit. You're gonna make me go all the way down here. 275, 10 home runs, 57 RBIs.
And he also put forth talking about Wilson, he also put forth a nice showing in the home run derby. Sorry, I don't even know where that came from. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find his all-star or home run derby. And I'll tell you what. Like, I do want to have the the all-star game and stuff back in Cincinnati. It'd be cool to get to go to that or something. Get to go to the home run derby at GABP or something like that. But also, I would totally be fine if every single home run derby ever was held in Philly.
Yeah, that was fun to watch.
That was so much fun to watch.
Wilson put on a show. I've played with him for a long time. He get the ball a long way in batting practice. Is that our first of the derby? That's a upper decker right there. My God, that was hard.
His very first home run was like 450 feet or something.
Didn't he go first?
Yeah. I think he hit one that was like 490.
Only one Red Sox player has ever
was
won a home run
just
derby.
incredible.
That was the Hall of Famer David Ortiz in 2010. And right there, that's
Trying to think.
right there for you. Top spinner, first row. Fence scraper. Take advantage.
And actually, that wasn't what I was looking for. I wanted the video of them booing him. Because that was amazing. As everyone knows, I'm a Red Sox fan. That was awesome.
Junior Caminero hit the longest one at 491. So let me see.
Oh man, he hit some tanks.
He hit a 490. Contreras did.
Okay. I was gonna say, I thought he hit one that was ridiculous. Oh, was that the very first one?
As you've already heard, as Wilson gets another one here tonight.
No, that was in the middle of his round.
490.
That's just ridiculous.
Sal Stewart had the go-ahead home or game-tying home run.
No, it was go ahead. It
Oh,
was a
there
3-run.
Oh, the thing's muted, so I didn't see the people on base.
Sadly, I'm not finding a video of the Philly fans booing. That was just fun. That was awesome. Oh, but I don't think we actually covered it on the show. So here is Wilson Contreras losing it on the Cade Cavalli.
3-2.
We did talk about it. I remember.
Oh, did
that.
we?
Yeah.
And Cade Cavalli said something to Wilson Contreras. Here we
And we don't have the ATEM either, so.
Wilson Contreras hit the 3-run homer last night and chucked his bat, and now he wants to throw his helmet at Cade Cavalli. Miles Michael is his former teammate trying to hold it back, and this is a good old-fashioned Donnybrook.
Good old-fashioned what?
Donnybrook.
Okay.
I love that. But I tell you what, man. Maybe we need to have some Reds guys lose their mind. Who's the guy on the Reds that's gonna just completely lose his shit and freaking light the spark? And it's probably too late at this point to light the spark this year. We needed the spark to be lit when Boston lit theirs, but yeah, it's been pretty awesome, and they've been scoring like a ridiculous amount of runs over this stretch. I mean, without doing the math, they're averaging 6 runs a game. If that's what you're getting, you're in good shape. Mm-hmm. And like that's with Boston, I'm pretty sure, going through some pitching issues, right? Because did he ever come back? Did
Who?
What's his name? The star. Garrett Crochet. Yeah, he's still out. Actually, good time to check see if he's coming back this year.
Let me look.
Because I really thought he was going to after how fast, what's his name, came back? Screwball up in Detroit.
Let's see. She has not pitched since late April due to left shoulder inflammation and strained lat strain. As of 3 days ago, a timetable return still is a toss-up whether he will pitch again this season. But if they get into...
It says Crochet has not yet begun a throwing program as he deals with multiple arm issues, prolonged if he remains on the injured list until August 26th, it will trigger a clause that voids a future player option guaranteeing his salary. Crochet noted that a return before late August checkpoint is probably impossible. So, if he's coming back, he doesn't think he'll be back till September. But,
Hey,
frankly, that almost works out the best for Boston because that means he's got 4 starts after he comes back. If he were to come back at the start of September, means he probably has about 4 starts before before the end of the regular season, so he can get himself like back into mid-season form, I guess you could say, and then have your ace back for game 1 of the playoffs, maybe. And if not, then maybe game 2. And if not game 2, well then game 3. Because when you look at it, it's like, oh, wait a minute. Sonny Gray thrown 101 innings so far this year with a 2.48 ERA. Connolly Early thrown 91 innings this year with a 3.44 ERA. Then you go down to Ranger Suarez, 91 innings as well, a 3.15 ERA. And then Peyton Toll, it might be Tolley.
Tolle.
Okay. Pitched almost 90 innings, pitching to a 3.31 ERA. I mean, Boston could easily be like, yeah, we'll have you be the last guy in the rotation.
Or bullpen.
Well, that'd be. I don't know if I'd want to do that, because starters, they need more time to warm up and stuff, and so I don't know how that would wear on his arm, considering he's just coming back from injury and like doing the up downs. I don't know. I wouldn't want to put him in the bullpen, but shit, like I said, Boston could very easily, like at this point, is work their way to the playoffs and have most of their best players back. Yeah, what is going on with Roman Anthony? Because he's also out. But that one might be for the rest of the season. One day ago, a cautious update.
A cautious update.
Yeah, he'll be back by the end of the season. He's on the 60-day IL with a torn ligament and a partially torn tendon in his right ring finger. Oh, it says and wrist. So, oh no.
Ew.
Because the wrist is involved, that, I don't know. 'Cause that's got to mess with your swing a lot. But he's been out since early May, so that kind of says, like, he should be coming off the IL sometime soon. I'm going to see what this update actually says, though. It also must be said that the Red Sox are getting the help from an awful American League. Like if the American League was competitive like the National League, then they would still be a handful of games out of a playoff spot. But it's just there's 4 or 5 good teams in the American League this year, and everyone else is awful.
Reds win. Damn, the Diamondbacks are taking it to the Athletics.
Evidently, he still has discomfort when he's trying to hit balls off of a tee, so that's not good. Oh my goodness. Boston has only hit 95 home runs this season.
They hit 15 in this winning streak.
That's crazy. They're hitting less home runs in the winning streak and winning more games. That's a little backwards. So, with all that being said, I definitely think Boston has to be buyers at the deadline. The offense could use some help. I mean, I just said they've only hit 95 home runs all season long. So, they could definitely get some help from somewhere. You know, this would actually be a fantastic landing spot. I'm going to get to the Reds trades a little early for Tyler Stevenson. That would be amazing. For me, as a Reds and Red Sox fan, if we traded Tyler Stevenson to the Red Sox, that'd be awesome because the Red Sox 2 best catchers, Carlos Narvaez and Connor Wong, neither of them anything special. It'd be a big upgrade there. And shoot, they could also maybe be in the running for a guy like Nathaniel Lowe or something like that, or a Gino. Both of those guys add pop.
Yeah. Let's see. It says here that the Red Sox will be aggressively adding at the deadline.
Yep, that one's not shocking.
When is the trade deadline?
August 1st.
Oh.
They're only 6 games out of the division. Wow. They're now 4 games above 500. They were 11 under. And big-time sellers. Within a blink of an eye. They've turned around and they have the 4th best record in the American League. They have the 4th best, excuse me, make it 5th. I missed Cleveland. They have the 5th best record in the American League.
And the other 2 are in their division. The deadline is Monday, August 3rd,
Oh, it's
6 o'clock.
okay. I thought it was the 1st for some reason.
We're going to a game on the 1st.
Yes, we are. So just kind of run down the American League standings.
All right.
Tampa, 58 and 42, holding the number 1 overall seed. New York, 2.5 games behind them at 54 and 45. Boston, just a couple of games, make it 3.5, behind them at 52 and 48. Oh, yeah, and that's something else. Boston has kind of been kicking the Yankees' ass this year. I know we swept them once already. So that could be an interesting matchup if that were to happen come playoff time. And then you got the Orioles, 4 games under 500, 10 games back, 49 and 53. And Toronto made it all the way to the World Series last year.
Game 7.
A swing away. A swing away. And now they are 48 and 55. Excuse me, 46 and 55, 12.5 games back. You go to the Central, you got the White Sox and the Guardians fighting for it, 53 and 47 for the White Sox. They are tied with the Guardians, who have one more win but also one more loss at 54 and 48. Then there's a 5-game gap between those two teams and the Twins. They've had a surprisingly okay year. I thought that they were going to be, like a 10 games back type team. At least at this point, they're only half that. Detroit, it's just been an awful season for them. I'm assuming they're going to have to end up moving Skubal. And, yeah, it's going to suck. I don't want to see him go and play for the Dodgers or the Yankees. I wouldn't be shocked if it's one of those two spots. Kansas City in last place, 43 and 60. Then you go over to the West, and you also got a pretty tight race there, as the Rangers are 51 and 50. Actually, let me update this because I think I loaded this page up after or before the Reds game was over. Yes, I did. So they have a half-game lead over Seattle, who is exactly 500, 51 and 51. Houston, it took longer than what we expected for them to get bad, but it finally kind of happened. It's not like they're terrible, but 5 games under, 49 and 54. 54. The Athletics, I thought they were going to have a better year. They had a way better start to the year, but still 8 games back, 43 and 58. And then the Angels at 41 and 61, 20 games under 500. Look at the Braves. You go over to the National League East. They've been hanging on to that lead all season long, even though
it was hovering around 10, and now it's down to 3.
Phillies made it tight a couple of times, and even Miami was making it tight, but they are on an 8-game losing streak. I mean, they were right there for the division lead. They were, very close just a couple of games ago, but let's see, what has it been? Has it been the offense that just hasn't been there? Has it been the pitching? I guess it's been a little of both. In this 8-game streak, they have gotten swept by the Guardians, by the Braves, make that the Brewers.
And almost the Astros.
Yeah, that one starting in about 2 hours. They could get swept again. So
3 sweeps in a row.
That's not how you want to come out of the break.
No.
That's not how you want to enter and come out of the break.
And they're not really putting up numbers. I mean, they're 2, 1, 2, 1, no, 6, but 1, 1, 4, 3. But going into the break, they had won. They were coming in on 2 sweeps.
Yeah, they've been real hot and cold this year so far. Sandy Alcantara has kind of had a iffy year, I guess. It's not a bad year by any means for like the normal guy, but I think his ERA has jumped a little bit, or a fair amount this year. Oh, no, it's actually down from last year. He had a rough year last year. It was 5.36, and it's down to 3.89. But I guess that's kind of part of the reason why his ERA might be a little higher. He pitches more than anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that guy has, like, what, 3 or 4 complete games this year?
Damn.
He's, like, the only guy in the league that does it. Let me find that, find the stats. Like, there's only a handful of complete games a year now, and I'm pretty sure he does a bunch of them. There's been 1 complete game this year. Well, okay, he leads the league with 1.
Oh.
So there might have been a couple other guys throw a complete game, but he's the only one that, if other guys do have a complete game this year, they only have 1 as well. But in 2022, we had 6 complete games. A couple years ago, before his injury, had 3, and he's pitched 136 innings. He's going to get he'll easily get above 200.
Let's see. You have complete games this year include Dodgers pitcher Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Dusty May from the Cardinals, Jacob Mizorowski from the Brewers, Stephen Kolek from the Royals, Christopher Sanchez from the Phillies, Merrill Kelly from the Diamondbacks, and Bailey Ober from the Twins.
And he is on pace to pitch 216 innings this year.
Good Lord.
I think that's the highest. Oh, Christopher Sanchez is right behind him, though, at 132 innings. That's actually closer than what I would have expected. Well, assuming these numbers are correct, because this says that Cam Schlittler plays for Boston. Sometimes the Google AI doesn't do a good job. Yep, those numbers are correct, though.
Mm.
So, okay, anyways, back to the...
Oh my... Oh, never mind. I was looking up
What?
what the most innings pitched by a pitcher in a single season, and...
It's like what?
400?
400? It's like a long time ago.
Well, if you want... I mean,
Was it 800?
No, 680, but that was in 1879 by Will White.
Wasn't he a Red? Yeah, I thought so.
But in the live ball era, since 1920, Wilbur Wood for the Chicago White Sox.
I'm going to guess 322.
Nope, more.
Oh. 375?
376 and 2/3.
Oh, hey, I couldn't have gotten much closer.
And then for relief pitchers, it
Ooh.
is Mike Marshall from the Dodgers in 1974.
I'm going to go...
You want to know his nickname first before?
Sure.
Iron Mike. So it tells you he's probably the only one coming out of the fucking bullpen.
I'm going to go 112.
No, more. Significantly more.
Seems like that's a ton for a pitcher, for a guy out of the bullpen today. 175?
Keep going.
225?
208 and a third. But back in the 70s, you didn't have. I mean, you had your bullpen was you go from. I mean, your players they could go 4 or 5 innings at a time too.
That's so wild.
Like you had your starter, your long guy, and then your closer. And you only had a handful of, like, maybe 3 long guys. Where'd we leave off? We'll go out west first for the National League. You've got, let me zoom in so I can see this better. The Dodgers, of course, are still winning their division. They're 11 and a half games up on the Diamondbacks, who are currently at 52 and 49. And everybody else is under 500. Padres 13 and a half back at 50 and 51. The Giants are 42 and 60, 22 games back. And then the Rockies, who are significantly better than last year, are 23 and a half back at 41 and 62.
You said he threw 208 innings?
In 1974.
Logan Webb threw the most innings last season, and he threw 207.
Damn, he's a starter.
Yes. Most innings in the league. That's incredible. And that's part of the reason why my guess was so bad. Because, what's his name? He's on our IL right now. You don't like him.
Santiago.
Yes. I think he threw 90 last year, and everyone was like, that's a ridiculous amount. He had 80 appearances. He only threw 71 innings. Excuse me, 73. That's nuts. How much, like, the amount of change that pitchers' workloads have gone through. That's wild.
So he only appeared in 106 games in the regular season too.
Oh, and he truly was one of a kind. Hang on. Why does it have it listed like that? That's so dumb. No, hang on. That's not, never mind.
Let's see, 1974, here, let me find it.
It's crazy to have a record of 15 and 12 as a reliever. That's nuts. And he was amazing that season, too. A 2.42 ERA. And then he also has the second most innings pitched in a season by a reliever. At 179 innings. That's crazy. I would have never thought that. Like I've always known that pitchers used to throw way more than what they do now, but that's nuts. Over 150 innings from a reliever.
Over 200.
What was my first guess? It was like 112? That was my first guess.
I thought you said 120, but yeah.
And I was almost halfway there. Or I was a little more than halfway there with the guess. I didn't know it changed that much. Yeah, let's just finish up the division standings real quick. The lowly Washington Nationals, and I say the lowly, but they have 5 more wins than we do. So I'm just telling you how bad of a year it's been for us. 52 and 51. Hey, those guys can score runs with the best of them. They've scored 567 runs this year, and that's tops in the league. Next closest is the Dodgers. Of course, next closest is the Dodgers. And then Milwaukee and the Cubs.
In what?
Runs scored. Oh, I'm sorry. The Pirates are above.
Oh.
The Pirates are number 2. Then, that's crazy. Who would have thought that? The Pirates are number 2 in scoring. Then the Dodgers are 3. And then Milwaukee and the Cubs.
Oh.
Those are the only teams that have scored over 500 runs this season.
The Reds might get there in 423.
It should. Got 60 games left. Got
And then-
61 games left. The Reds should get there.
Well, as long as we score 1 a game.
A little more.
And then the Central, the Brewers, they're kind of walking away with this.
The Reds' run differential. Minus 63.
Oh, shit. I was about to say the only teams that could be worse than that has got to be the Angels. Holy shit, the Angels' run differential is only 57. So they're not, I mean, they're losing 1-0 games. They're not getting, oh.
Yeah, well, they've scored more runs than we have, and they've had more runs scored against them. But no, the worst run differential in the league is the Rockies.
Okay, that would have been my
At
second guess.
101. Oh, I'm sorry. No. I mislooked. It's the Athletics.
Oh, shit. They're more than 101?
It's 112.
Oh,
Remember, they do play in a minor league ballpark.
that is
So-
true.
When the other team's offense is going, it's going real good.
It's going out. Then you got the Cubs at 57 and 44.
I didn't want to believe it, but I really kind of knew at the start of the season it was going to be those 2. Mm-hmm. I didn't think that that's how the bottom half of the division
No,
would go,
I figured
though.
we'd go third.
Yeah, St. Louis was supposed to be in a full rebuild, and I didn't believe. The Pirates went out and spent some money and got some dudes. I didn't think it was going to work. Well, their pitching staff has been phenomenal, so
Yeah.
it has worked really well. And then, the lowly Reds at 47 and 54. It's just,
Lowly is right.
I mean, we've got 3 wins against the division, and that right there. That's the whole thing. If we're 500 against the division, we're above 500. Yeah, if we're 500 in the division, I'm pretty sure we're 3rd in the division. And that would give us the final wild card spot.
We have 5 wins against the division.
It's 5 and
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
5 and 20. Mm-hmm. So we wouldn't have the final wild card spot, but I mean,
It's a lot better of a record.
we'd be 500,
Yeah.
which would put us 2.5 games out versus 5.5 games out.
I'm surprised we're close with 5. Because that 9-game losing streak, that almost took it out of me.
What? Did we actually have a 9-game losing streak?
If it wasn't longer,
No, we didn't lose 9 in a row. I watch every single game, dude. Talk about taking it out of you. I'm seeing the longest losing streak is 4.
8.
Where?
May. We lost the first 8 days of May.
Oh, that far back. My bad. My bad. That was so long ago that I
Did you forget about it?
Put it out of my mind.
It's still there.
And then out west, yeah. We all get
It's
it. The Dodgers are number 1.
Yeah.
And then is it even close for number 2? Because I know it was for a while. No, my goodness, 11.5 game lead.
Oh, you meant from Dodgers to the second
Yeah.
place. I thought you meant between the Diamondbacks and the Padres. Yeah, that's close.
Yeah, that's close, but it's the Dodgers division, and everyone else is just living in it.
The nationally, the Dodgers West. All right. So we can either go of 2 ways. Do you want to go look at how Chatterbox graded everybody's first half, or do you want to look at contracts and see who's going to be on the move? Because we probably got time for both.
Let's do grades, I guess.
Grades. All right. First one I have here is starting pitching. You didn't have any trivia, did you?
Oh, I'll find one here in a minute.
Okay. Starting pitching, which includes Abbott, Burns, Green, Louder, Lodolo, and Singer.
Are we grading the position, or are we grading the players?
They have it as each individual player.
Okay. Let's do both, though.
Okay.
So let's start at whoever they got at the top, because I'm not looking at it.
Okay, they got Abbott as first.
And what's their grade?
Straight across the board, all B. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players, or 5 people, I guess, and they all gave him a B.
I'd go C+. Frankly, this is like definitely the worst Abbott season of them all so far, which ain't saying much. I mean, he's had an awesome career so far.
I'd go B-. That's lower, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, definitely his worst season so far. And really, you take out those first 6 starts, and it changes how his numbers look entirely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just expect more from Andrew Abbott. So
Burns, they all have him as between an A- and an A+, or an A and an A+.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no question.
Yeah.
He's a Cy Young candidate in his rookie year.
Hunter, they have between a C and a D. I mean, he's only pitched, 2 games in the first half? Maybe 3?
I think it's 3 at this point.
3? Okay. I mean, he didn't look, that first game back, or maybe it was the second game back.
The first one was bad. Yeah.
Yeah, but he still had, I think, 8 strikeouts in that game.
No. I think he got 2. He had 10 Ks in his second one. He had no control of his fastball in the first game back.
Then he got Louder.
I didn't give a grade for that.
Oh,
F-.
I was going to go C, but
Yeah, no.
I
look,
haven't watched him pitch
I don't.
either.
Sure, like he's looked good since he came back, but it's his fault he missed the entire first half of the season. Mm-hmm. We've talked about it a handful of times, but just for those that may not have heard it, he knew about this elbow injury at the end of last season. And instead of getting it taken care of in the offseason, he decided to wait until training camp and get it taken care of right before the season started. And so I'm not going to not penalize him in the grading for something that's his fault, because there were multiple articles written when he when we found out about the injury, that he knew about that he had this elbow discomfort at the end of last season but he just thought it would get better. I don't know how you think that loose bodies in your elbow are just gonna. They're bugging you now, but they won't bug me later. Yeah. So I like Hunter, but I blame this entire season on him. And
he did go 7, 12, and 7 in his 3 starts with strikeouts.
I must have gotten one of his starts mixed up. Wow.
I mean, he went 3 1/3 in that first game back and had given up 7, 8 runs, but had 7 Ks. What does FB mean? Oh, fly balls.
That's crazy. Yeah, I must have mixed it up. Or maybe I turned it off because he gave up 8 runs and he got them all after I turned it off. I
thought you went to that game.
Was I?
The 4th of July?
Oh, well, okay. I didn't remember what day it was, but yeah,
Oh.
yeah, I was there. Yep.
Let's see. Rhett Lauder. C and D plus across the 5 of them. I was thinking a C.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about a C. Like I think everyone expected for him to be like leagues better, like exponentially 10 times better than what he's been this year. But it is like he didn't pitch a full season before he got hurt, and then he missed all last year with the injury, and like he had an okay start to the year, and then he's kind of dealt with other injury type issues. Hasn't been 100%, I don't think, at any point really this season. So, yeah, I don't hate a C. I don't hate that at all.
Now he's in the bullpen. Is he still in the bullpen?
I think he's back on the... Is he hurt again?
Oh.
He might not be hurt again. Hang on.
Let's see. Lodolo. They range from a C minus to a C. So not really any discrepancy there. I'd agree with the C.
D. I get it. It might not be his fault, but you gotta figure that dang blister out, dude. Like,
He had it drained 2 days ago, I saw.
yeah, but like, how is this an issue every single year? Like, he needs to get one of those stones that old ladies use for their feet and just endlessly like be scraping his fingers in order to get him tough enough. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. Or he has to learn how to throw his... I think, is it his slider?
Slider.
Okay. He's got to learn a new slider grip. Either or, because this cannot keep happening.
Or get rid of it.
We could have, we'll talk about the trade value stuff going on here in a second. We could have traded him and got a massive package if he just could have been healthy. One of the guys that we're going to talk about here in a little bit, Mark Sheldon, I think, was the guy that wrote up all the stuff that we're going to talk about when it comes to guys that we either should trade or stuff like that.
Okay.
And he said that, Green, I think, if I remember it correctly, that Green is in the probably not, but we'll listen category.
Well, Nick Kroll came out yesterday
Lodolo
and
would
said
have
that.
been 1,000% in the, hey, we're shopping him big time. He might have been one of the best pitchers on the market if he just could have stayed healthy. But no one's gonna give up a high value prospect for a guy that you just don't know. Everything could be going fine. I think he went like 10 starts, maybe longer than that this year without an issue. And it were they great starts? Nah. Was he at least okay in most of it? He was pretty good. And but you're not going to get a top flight prospect, or probably even a medium flight prospect, when you just don't know, when you just have no clue whether a guy's going to be available or not. And yeah, the D probably comes from the fan side of me, where it's just endless frustration, where it's like, if he's out there, he's awesome most of the time. But he's just not out there half the time. So, yeah, I like him a lot. It doesn't sound like it, but I do. He's a really good pitcher. Out of all of our guys, I think he's kind of
just quit throwing the slider.
Kind of the best when it comes to pitching with guys on base. It almost seems like his a lot of times his
from the stretch.
Yeah, but it almost seems like his heart rate gets slower when he's got guys on base versus, speeding up. So,
Well, that's not pumping a lot of blood to your blister then. If your heart rate's slower. And then Brady Singer, they have from a C+ to a B+. I'll go middle of the road and give Brady a B.
I want to go above a B, but not a B+.
Okay, so you're like in the...
Like a 86
Okay.
or something like that.
Yeah, that's just above B.
It was a really, really bad start to the season, but he has been amazing. Amazing since somewhere around 6-ish starts, maybe 7. Let me find it real quick. Yeah, he's been 2 completely different pitchers. He's been so good the last 2 months that I'm I feel like last year's Brady Singer is his real identity. It is exactly who he is. He's a really good starter. He's a good starter who's going to throw a ton of innings. He'll be there every single day for you, and he's just reliable. He's just consistent. But most of the games will be a 3 or a 4 or a 5 run game. They'll just kind of get through it and things turn out okay. But I mean, he had a bad start against Pittsburgh. Outside of that, his last 5 starts, he hasn't given up more than 2 runs in any of the starts. I'm trying to get down here to his game log so I can actually...
103 in the 3rd innings pitched so far. Well, I wonder if that includes today. It should, but let me refresh. Yes, it does. And he went 7 innings today. He's won 7 innings or more, 7 in the 3rd. His last 2 starts, 2 starts. And then 3 out of his last 5 starts, he's went over 7 innings.
So since the start of June... Oh, I can get this to work, right? No. Since the start of June, Brady Singer is...
Two and 3.
with a 2.7 ERA, 2.76. Too bad he's not this guy. Because if he was this guy, man,
Yeah.
talk about the haul you could get.
Keep it.
Well, but he's a free agent.
Oh, okay.
So that's why he's on that list. He's on an expiring contract.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be totally okay. If we didn't end up trading him, if we kept Brady Singer, I'd be totally fine with that. Mm-hmm. It's just, are the Reds going to pay $12 million on the... Well, that's what he's making this year. Are the Reds going to pay more than $12 million in the open market for a... I mean, if everyone's healthy, he's our 4th best pitcher. Best. That's putting him above Louder. So, can you really spend that much money
on your
a guy?
4th best pitcher?
Yeah. And so if you go and you look at his numbers pre-June, in 11 starts, he was pitching to a 6.18 ERA. Ooh. I mean, he's a completely different guy.
Mm-hmm. Well, Votto was a second-half player, so maybe he's a second-half pitcher.
And also, I think he might have pulled his ERA down to a career best.
All right.
If not, he's close to that.
All right. Do we want to go bullpen or do we want to go... bullpen's a shorter list.
Okay.
All right. They don't put this in alphabetical order like the other ones. Emilio Pagan. We have a C- to all the way down to an F. I mean, he was hurt for...
It was 2 months.
Yeah. And I didn't think he was that horrible before he got hurt.
Yeah, see, I'll go with the C-. I really like Emilio.
I do too. I don't know these people, so I mean, you know more Chatterbox people than I do.
So here's like part of his issue. I don't even think you can blame on him. It's a lot of the same issue with Santion from last year. They pitched in so many games last year that their arms just weren't ready for the start of the season. And so, like, I've heard Cowboy talk about that countless times this year. How, like, if you throw 80 times one year, your arm is not going to be ready for the next season. It's just, the human body's not meant to do that. And you kind of really saw it with Santion before he got hurt. He had, I think his first six appearances, he was nails, amazing. And then his next, it was like 18 appearances were awful. And then he had like a 10 or a 12 game streak where he came in and he was really, really good right before he got hurt and had the oblique strain. So it's like, you know, like you could see it coming back in his arm. But when you lose your top two guys in the bullpen, you know, your 8th and 9th inning guys for large chunks of the season, you're putting guys that shouldn't be pitching in those spots. Well, that's how the Reds have ended up having one of the worst bullpens in the MLB. And
I think they ranked 30 in the first half.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been that bad, but they got overpitched early, and then like I said, Santion and Pagan going down doesn't help that at all. Because then you're pitching guys in spots that they're not used to pitching, and then you're pitching guys more than what they should be pitching. So, and like one of the real crappy parts is that there hasn't been anyone in the minor leagues that's been able to come up and really give us a boost, like out of the bullpen. Like Petty's been good. I actually like how he's played, but he's not a bullpen pitcher. He's a starter.
He's a starter, but
yeah.
I mean, I'd like the two things I've seen from him out of the bullpen, though. Let's see. Next is Sam Maul. They have a B all the way down to a C. Yeah, I'd put him right there in that B range, B minus.
I go C. Things have been kind of rough for him this year. I don't think he's played terrible, but hasn't been good either.
Pierce Johnson, C to a D minus.
What's his ERA? Not good.
Oh.
Not good.
Oh.
I was asking, but I'll look it up.
Oh, I can just hit back on this page because I was looking at the ERA.
He's pitching to a 5.8. Yeah. 5.28. Yeah, that's not good. He was supposed to come and be like our firefighter. Like the guy who came in and he got the couple of lefties or couple of righties. I don't remember who he actually goes after. He's supposed to be that guy for us. He has not been at all. I think he's good against lefties. Yeah, and it just hasn't been the case all year long.
Caleb Ferguson. They have from a B all the way to a C plus. So middle of the road, B minus.
That seems insane to me. He's been phenomenal. Like he, in my opinion, he hasn't pitched enough, and that's my biggest gripe. But he did miss a good chunk of the start of the season, so B plus. He's been awesome.
TJ Antone, they have from A plus to an A, and I don't agree with that, or I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, love Captain Hook.
Yeah.
The fact that he's been able to make it back through 3 Tommy Johns, and he's had a nice year this year. Like, that's awesome.
ERA is 2.37.
Yeah, go TJ Antone.
Brock Burke, a B plus to a C plus. Yeah, average looks like it would be a B minus.
See, I feel like we've pitched him way too much lately. You said, well, what were the grades?
A B+ to a C+.
Yeah, I can go with the B+, yeah.
And then Santillan averages from a C- to a, oh, good Lord, an F.
I just don't know how much, like I said, how much can you actually blame on the player when we overpitched him last year? So I'll go with a solid C. The middle of his season was really bad. He had a good start, and then before he got hurt, he was pitching lights out again.
All right. We might have to pick it up.
I was going to say, I think we'll do that next week because the trade deadline won't have happened. So we might have made a couple of trades, but we'll be back in here before the end of July.
Well, then I'm going to share this to your Facebook so we don't lose it.
Oh, yeah. And then we get to laugh at Caleb Ferguson.
Well, wasn't wrong.
You can make all the best decisions in the world, but your players still have to execute. Oh, my. Arroyo ran into the umpire. Cole Young goes to third. This is a tough inning.
And yeah, that really stunk.
Get the fuck out of the way, fat ass.
That really stunk. I totally understand why Ferguson's mad. What are you doing, Bill? You're in the wrong spot. Right? I don't know as much about baseball as a lot of people. Isn't he supposed to be in the grass? That's what I was reading online. A lot of comments I saw were saying he's supposed to be behind the pitcher in the grass.
It just depends. I mean, some second baseman, like if there's nobody, well, there was somebody on first, but they like to stay behind the bag in case there's a steal or something. If there's somebody on first, so a lot of umpires like to stay out in the outfield grass, though.
But still, like you said, that's in the outfield grass. It's not in the dirt. That's not right behind the bag.
Yeah, I don't ever. I mean, I'll see the first and third base umpires will be in the dirt, but I mean, they're out of the way. Not up the middle, just fucking camping there waiting for something.
You know, did Bill Miller deserve that? No. But he kind of brought it upon himself. Like, be in the right spot, man. Frustrating. What we have not done, we do it every week, and just because it's been a bad season doesn't mean that we're not going to do it again.
What, have another bad season?
Well, that. But we gotta predict the next week.
Oh shit! I closed out of everything, so it's all
okay.
on you.
It's okay. We got 3 against St. Louis starting on Friday.
Fuck.
Louder versus May.
Loss.
Green versus Palante.
Win.
Abbott versus Leahy.
Win.
And then we have the second half of the Battle of Ohio. Burns versus...
Win.
Yep, it doesn't even matter.
Nope.
You're right. He's won 12 in a row, which I think I saw yesterday is a Reds record. Then game 2 is Singer and Williams.
Win. I'm going to give the win to Brady.
Okay.
2 in a row.
And then
that'd
Louder and Cantillo.
Loss.
And then, that's Wednesday. So, all right. So what, you had us 3-3?
No, I had 4 wins.
A Singer, an Abbott, a Green. Oh, yeah.
Burns.
Yeah, you did, a Burns. That feels right, but I want to start winning now. We needed to win these games a month ago. And also,
It'll be like last year.
It's St. Louis. We'll win the Green Palante game. I guess I'll go 3-3.
I think it's the first time ever this year that I have a better outcome record than Andy.
That might be true. So, all right, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Play by Play. Don't forget to like the show, share it on all the social media platforms, and see you guys next week.